Hello everyone, today I will rank Volume 3 of Love, Death, and Robots best to worst based on production value. In other words, ranking from episodes I can admit are very good but not necessarily my favorite. I will give you another list in order of my favorite after. The first one, I'm just going to keep it short. The highest production valued episode would have to be Bad Traveling. This is the only episode that was directed by David Fincher, who brought a great story with a smooth ending with an interesting and clever character. Bad Traveling is about Torin, his ship crew, and a sea creature. The sea creature jumps on the ship and eats some people and tells Torin he wants to get to Faden Island so she can eat everyone there. But Torin slowly tricks everyone or forces them into jumping in the room with the sea creatures on the ship and where the sea creatures eat them. The other people on the ship figure this out, so they try to kill Torin twice. Torin has to kill everyone on the ship, and then he feeds them to the sea creature. Torin opens up 2 barrels of oil and sets it on fire, leading to the whole ship being on fire, and then he jumps off onto a smaller sailboat and sails to Faden Island. So basically, he killed everyone, including the sea creature, and he was the only one that survived out of everyone on that ship. The storytelling was definitely on above par. Second on my list is Jabarro by Pinkman TV or Albert Mielgos. Sorry for the last name. This is such a beautiful animation with a lot of environmental elements being hyper-realistic but other important parts being stylized. In an interview, Alberto did say he likes to mix what's good about older films with his love for technology and the capabilities of today. I absolutely love this man's work, so that's why he deserves this spot. Jabarro is about a deaf man named Jabarro and a siren who's made of gold and lives in a lake. Siren screams, which lures Jabarro's team in, but Jabarro himself is deaf, so it doesn't work on him. Jabarro watches his team sink to the bottom of the water because their armor is too heavy for them to handle. Jabarro sees what she's done and runs away. The siren finds him and they kiss, but then he knocks her out and steals all her gold. In retaliation, the siren gives Jabarro his hearing back, and just like his team, he's lured in the water and sinks and dies. That's how it ends. But she is broken. All her gold is stolen and she's been violated. Again, I love this artist so much. He's the same person who did The Witness. Absolutely amazing stuff, especially his other short called The Windshield Wiper. He's one of my biggest inspirations. Next up is Swarm by Blur Studios. Just like Alberto that made The Witness and Jabarro, Blur Studios has done multiple shorts for Love, Death, and Robots. Swarm has a near perfect chemistry between Galena and Afriel, the main characters. I absolutely love the zero gravity element and the amount of detail in each alien species. With an amazing idea for the story concept and multiple questions being asked after the short that are over deeper concepts, Swarm deserves 3rd place on my list. Swarm is about Dr. Afriel and Galena, and what is known as a swarm, a whole alien species that all work for the queen, similar to bees. Dr. Afriel wants to breed the swarm to use as worker slaves in benefit of the human race. The queen makes a new species for the exact reason to defend the swarm from anyone like him. Dr. Afriel tries to fight them off but fails. The defender of the queen forces him to work for them instead of vice versa. This one is also a little ambiguous. It makes you think that humans are going to come eventually to try to breed the swarm, but now they have humans to fight fire with fire. Overall, this season was better than season 2, but not as good as season 1, which can be only for the number of episodes. This season had the most horrifying scenes, not saying all of them, but more than half. I think everyone wishes there were more episodes in Volume 3, but I do not want more episodes if that means compromising the production value. Additionally, I do realize that these films take a ridiculously long time to make. I am a beginner in CGI. Personally, my favorite episode is Swarm, which I already talked about, Jabarro, which I already talked about, and The Very Pulse of the Machine. This episode and one other are the only ones that are 2D in this season. The Very Pulse of the Machine is set on Jupiter's moon. Martha and her partner Kivelson are trying to get to a station about 2 days away. Shortly, they crash. Kivelson dies and their rover is broken. She has to walk, and for some reason she takes Kivelson's body with her. Martha wants to get to the station to survive because her oxygen is running out. Her shoulder is broken and she has to walk for a very long time. She takes many drugs on her journey, such as morphine. This causes hallucinations and her speaking with the whole moon that she's on. Eventually, the moon convinces her to jump off a cliff into an acid pit, and she has a chance to become one with the moon, with her consciousness, but her body disintegrates. At the end of this short, it implies that it did happen. She is now part of the moon, but we don't know for sure. This whole thing could have been a hallucination. This one is my third favorite episode of Volume 3 because it has the best music, the best looking art, and the art is very trippy at sometimes and very beautiful, especially with the hallucinations she has. That's it for my list of my top 3 in production value and in just what resonates with me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.